Yo, we are live. What's poppin'? This is BMOC. Now tune into BMOC.TV. Another episode of The Culture. We're back, man. What episode is this? This is what?
17, 18?
18, 19,
we deep.
20?
We deep.
I don't know. I don't know what freaking episode this is. This is crazy.
We're going to put all these on DVD, too.
Yeah, like Smack DVD back in the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, 18. So this is actually legal. We're legal right now. We actually can, like, vote and everything.
Yeah.
But we can't get paid to play college sports.
We don't. That's illegal. So tonight we're talking about something that's really dope, man. I got the hat, rapper Run DMC. We're talking about the best hip hop and duos of all time. Hip hop, rap, all that. Like who should be considered the best? There are a lot of groups. Some are dope. Some are average. Some are completely like whack, which we'll probably bring up tonight. But who should be considered one of the best? Not really like a top 10, top 5, but who is the best? Who is the elite of the elite? Like if an alien came to Earth, it'd be like, yo, this is what a rap group should sound like. We would play it for the alien. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who wants to start? Oh, well, first let's introduce the co-host, the flyest co-host in the planet, because I said so. Deshauna, say what's up to the people.
Yo, it's about to get real. 916 West Coast, Northern California tonight. I'm shouting out all of the groups that I grew up on. Show me love. I'm about to get them in there, do my shameless plug, and then we're gonna get to some of the elite folks. You know what it is? 3500.
Deshaun's not gonna name nobody past Colorado. Like Colorado and West. He's gonna name everybody from that whole area. So be on the lookout. Drew, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, world? Ready to get this list started, and at the end, I'll be ready for Nick Cannon. So.
Oh my gosh, Nick Cannon, you not safe on these streets, man. We saw you in Chirac, man. That's not you. It's a character.
Hey, how was that flick anyway? Anybody seen that? How was it?
I haven't seen it. Ron Fest said don't see it. So Ron Fest from Chicago. So
hey, that's all I need.
Twister said don't see it. He's from Chicago. And Kanye backed out.
Chance the Rapper. Yeah, Chance the Rapper went in on it too.
Chad, so there's 4 people, man. I don't know. Chad, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, everybody? Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. It's probably the last episode before Christmas, So it's the Christmas special. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mama's cooking chicken and collard greens.
Oh my gosh. It is the last episode before the holidays. We'll be back, though, with, like, the top 5 R&B albums, top 5 rap albums of the year. So we getting those for you. We're going to do a little early. We want to cut off Monica. You know what I'm saying? All right, Chris. People, man.
Yo, y'all know it is the baddest chapter on the globe. So happy to be talking about the tag team champs of rap, tag team champs of hip hop, man. My favorite groups. I think it's gonna be a great time.
I think it's gonna be a good time too. Now, listen, guys, people out there in the internet. I know this happens all the time. Okay, we're trying to talk about the top best, not every single rap group in the world. So it's gonna be like, well, what about Stars and Smiles, and what about what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing every group, just you can name them. I dealt with this with the female hip hop list. They want me to name every single female rapper who was alive. They didn't care if they were good or not. Oh, you missed this person, like fall back. Okay, fall back.
Yeah, we're not talking about Boys in the Hood. Shout out to all the Jody Breeze fans.
But Jeezy, though, man, Jeezy saved that group. All right, so let me kick it off, man. Who do I think? I'm going to go super left with this, right?
Uh-oh.
I was doing some research, going back over it. I want to talk about 8 Ball and MJG. Should they be considered one of the best groups? Deshaun, what do you think about that, man? Oh, actually, we'll go to Chad. Chad is the down south king. I'm going to Deshaun. So, Chad, how do you feel about 8 Ball and MJG?
8 Ball and MJG is a pretty good group, but I wouldn't consider them to be elite, like far as like top 10, top 15 groups. No, but they had some dope tracks. I like 8 Ball and MJ. I like 8 Ball's solo stuff better than I like the group stuff. 8 Ball can spit, but like besides Space Age Pimpin', I don't really like too many of the other albums. Especially when they went to Bad Boy.
I don't even know
when they went to Bad Boy.
I had no idea. Like if somebody was trying to rob me in the street, like yo fam, it's name an 8 Ball name an album. I can name an album. I can't. Like I can't. I miss the hip hop.
They got Space Age Pimpin' coming out hard.
Well, the Living Legend album that he did, the Living Legend album that they did on Bad Boy was very dope. I played that a lot, and I still play it.
You still play it? Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
you still don't want drama.
like being from the South from VA, I heard about them a lot. Like I know they have a big legacy, but
Right.
I can't front like I could Google a song right now. I know what it is. I can't.
I feel like they're one of those groups that like that you're supposed to revere them, but you like you said you can't name 5 tracks at all. But I'm like, oh yeah, Memphis, what's up? And that's all I got.
I mean,
yeah.
Exactly.
I can name them.
I mean, of course you can. Of course you can. You down there with them. The shot is A-Ball and MJG. I can't get it out. What do you think about them? Should they be in the top?
Chris said it perfectly, man. I don't think I'm the person to come to on this. It's just like some people I know I'm supposed to respect, but I ain't necessarily flipping through the catalog. You know, it's just like I can't name, you know, like I said, 5 or 10 songs. It's like, oh, I know that joint,
right.
You know that one, but it ain't nobody I've been through the catalog to be able to assess. You know, so I'm gonna just, I'm gonna listen to the people when they comment on this post. Let me know how you feel about A-Ball and MJG. Tell me how I'm supposed to feel about it, and we can be all right.
There was a beat they had for the Bad Boy single. It was dope, but that's it. So, but shout out to them. We know they're legendary, so salute to them. The fact that we don't, like, except for Chad, all of us can't really name every single song, but we heard them a lot, shows that they must have had an impact with their fan base. So that's interesting.
Yeah, A-Ball and MJG is a group like my older cousins and older brothers revere, and they tried to put me on it, but I really wasn't feeling it too much. But I mean, that not to say they whack or anything, because I know the people from the South gonna get at me. No, I'm not saying they're whack. Yeah, I'm just saying there's like 30 groups better, you know.
Okay. Wow. All right. So Deshaunus, give me a rap group, man. Legendary.
I need some clarification.
Sure.
I'm giving you a legendary rap group.
Just give me any rap group. If you think they're legendary, are you on the fence with it? Talk to us.
Let's go with EPMD.
Yes.
Okay.
Eric and Paris making dollars.
Standing ovation.
A lot of dollars.
And they're definitely in probably my top 10 if I was forced to make a list. As far as rap groups.
Yeah,
So why? Hold on, Deshaunus. Why would they be in the top 10?
Well, so when you come to groups, it's a few factors. It's impact, longevity, and dopeness. And I think they got all 3. They're dope, at some point, highs and lows. They made an impact for sure, and they have the long catalog that separates them from some of the other groups that got together and then split up quicker than TGT. You know what I'm saying? So
word.
It separates.
Or Drew Hill. You could have told me this yesterday.
Man, I really wasn't expecting that from Deshaunus, man. EPMD, man, props to the boy Deshaunus for pulling that one out, man. Cause I met Paris at the airport, man, a couple of years ago.
Oh,
man,
wow.
He was cool, man. He was mad cool. He signed some CDs for me. I still got them too, man. Shout out to EPMD though for being dope.
What's up with you and Eric? Like, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah.
You watch the Unsung episode, you'd know.
They had beef, man. Eric tried to pull a jukes on him, man.
For real.
Exactly.
Out of business, for real.
Drew, any I guess, should they be legendary? Are they one of the best? What do you think?
I mean, I know a lot of people respect them. I know Chris Webber said one time that's his favorite group of all time. But besides that, I don't know a lot about EPMD. I don't really listen to them. I know more about Eric Sermon's solo, like Def Squad stuff, as a producer, but I've never really listened to them. I mean, they're kind of how we were talking about previously about A-Ball and MJG. They're kind of in that same lane to me. I don't really honestly have a lot of
Eric Sermon is considered the East Coast Dr. Dre. That's from Redman's mouth. He called him the East Coast Dr. Dre. So that's a little controversial. I love Redman though, Dr. Redman.
If you think about it, the way that like Dr. Dre has that family tree of MCs and groups that came out of him, Eric Sermon got the same thing. Def Squad. A lot of folks came out of that, man.
Yeah, but see, I have a problem with that. Only because like Dr. Dre has like, I don't know if it's too comparable. I think Eric Sermon is one of the best producers doing it. But I mean, if I had to do a top 10 of just producers, I don't know if he would make that top 10. So he
definitely not making that.
But in terms of having the people who came out of his movement, though, that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily the quality, but the people who came up out of what he did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can give that to Kanye. I can give that to Just Blaze. I can give that to
I was going to say, man, for anybody, when you start talking about Eminem, Snoop, Cube,
50 Cent, Game.
Nobody comparing like that. That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's a small tree. It's not an oak tree. It's a small tree.
Maybe the East Coast DJ Quick. Quick. Quick is fire. So maybe Quick. Okay. Chad, give me a group. What's up?
Let me throw these guys out there. The Locks.
LOX.
Yes.
LOX.
We gonna make it.
So should they be are they one of the most legendary groups out? Do you think they are they on the elite list? Are they the best? What are they?
They cool.
I wouldn't say they're legendary. I wouldn't say they're legendary, but they're a dope group. Like they're relevant in this conversation.
For sure.
So,
I mean,
so what holds them back? What holds them back? I know Sheik gets a lot of slack.
Sheik and Luch holds them back a lot.
A lot?
I feel like the Locks don't have that one. To me, their albums aren't that good. Like I went back and listened to wow, it's slipping my mind. The last album,
We Are the Streets.
We Are the Streets. That album is outside of like Recognize and like there's not many songs on there that I really like when I went back and listened to it. Like and Only Power of Respect wasn't that good. The Locks catalog, it doesn't hold a lot of weight, man. Like that's my main thing. I mean, obviously Kiss is very great.
Mm-hmm.
Styles P.
Well, lyrically, Styles is dope. But I feel like even with Jadakiss and Styles, I feel like they don't make their cohesive albums just don't hold up. And that's always been the problem as a group and as solo artists. They don't make great albums.
But I will say this: they've had a really long their longevity-wise.
Yeah.
Grouped together, like being solid, no like breakups and like public feuds. They pretty much been the most solid group from the '90s that really hold it together. And they still individually, Sheik's popping. Sheik's touring with Ghostface, Styles P, crazy street lyricists.
I didn't know that.
Everywhere. And Jadakiss is considered top 5 to a lot of cats on the East. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, in some way.
Them cats need to get off that stuff.
Oh my God, Jada's top 10 at least. Jada's top 10 at least. I'll go with that.
Nobody said it.
Okay.
Put them on your list. So don't stop lying. I can tell people walk and stop it.
Just making sure. All right, Chris, man, give us a group.
All right, I see everyone's trying to go like the cult classics, the favorites, but I'm gonna go straight to the top shelf because they're in the news recently for putting out a great unreleased album that was sold for like $2 million to easily the most hated man in America. Of course, I'm talking about Wu-Tang. I mean, come on, honestly, when we think about it, always going to be in the conversation. Written in ink, y'all. Written in ink.
All right, so who's the weakest link in Wu-Tang? Drew.
You got it.
Yeah, without question. Slim Dude making stuff to my pajamas.
But no, I think Master Killer might, can Master Killer versus You God.
Stop.
What
about Capadonna?
No, Capadonna one of the strong suits. He's not officially a member, but he's tough, man.
He's affiliated.
Is the weakest link. We all know this.
Who? You
guys is the weakest link. There's no argument.
What's the gravel pit? His verse on the gravel pit wasn't that bad, man.
Yes, it was. The best verse, to me, You Guys' best verse was on Impossible. Sure, Forever.
Oh.
That's probably his best verse.
Yeah.
You like that better than the Share She's Lagos verse?
That's my favorite You Guys.
Oh, that was trash.
Yeah, man.
I give him
No girl can freak me. I'm just too nasty.
Okay. Who's the best member of Wu-Tang Clan?
Ghostface.
Who said Ghostface? Chris?
Yeah, I did.
Chris said Ghostface. Chad, who's the best member?
I like the chef Raekwon. That's my dude.
Deshaunus, who's your favorite member?
Only because 2 people said the Ghost. I'm gonna go Method Man. I gotta make sure he got some representation.
Fair enough.
But that's not those 2.
Fair enough.
Favorite member?
Well, I don't think on albums. I think Raekwon. Overall, albums and solo, I say Ghost.
Okay. I would go with Meth. I think Method Man was always my favorite. I think Ghost to me is second. I feel like Ghost storytelling is crazy, but lyrically, like Method Man is just his flow. I mean, he still has it. Like he still has that flow. Like
I think Ray was always the sharpest. Every album from 36 Chambers going on. Ray going up through like Iron Flag. Like Ray was always the sharpest.
Well, I mean, he
on the collective album.
Shout out to Jizza too. Jizza was one of the top dogs in the group too. Shout out to Jizza.
I mean, back for Ray. I think Ray as solo has the classic album. I think Ghostface does too. But I think Ray's Purple Tape stands alone. Like even if he was with the Wu, it still would have been that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I think he had that slot. You know what I mean?
I think even with I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shaughnessy.
Go ahead. I go ahead.
Well, we were talking about before about the tree, like the East Coast. Dre was very certain, but I think like RZA has to be like with this based on the number of members of the group, the solo success they've had, You know, RZA doing stuff with Big, everything. Like to me,
Yeah.
and I think lyrically RZA was underrated too. Like because
Bobby Digital.
Boom, boom,
RZA,
boom.
like you know, he's known as a great producer, but he held his own on every song. Like RZA never came on the song like out of place. You know, vocabulary, everything. Like
Yeah.
Ghost got. I mean, RZA has some great verses too. So
His voice,
you know, I
something.
think
His voice sometimes didn't really fit. Sometimes.
it was. I think
It's
purposely.
like he's gargling marbles. It's like
Perpendicular to
gargling
the
marbles
square.
sometimes. Like, it was like pause. I like he was like gargling marbles sometimes. He was like rapping.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm gonna train the both to both fingers. Like it was a little too much for me, man.
Like RZA's verse on Nutmeg on Supreme Clientele is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. All right, cool. Who's next? Drew, give me a group.
since I'm gonna go back to a little like we said the cult classes a little bit. I'm gonna go Capone Noriega.
CNN, man. What is your favorite CNN joint?
My favorite CNN song is probably Invincible.
Okay.
I'll say Invincible. I think one thing about CNN, I think Nori is a better rapper when he's with Capone.
Yeah.
I think on the solo stuff, like you listen to Melvin Flint and stuff like that, I think Nori goes a little, I don't know. But when he's with Capone, he's much more sharp.
Right.
And I say Invincible because I think that's one of those songs that proved it. I also think anytime artists get with DJ Premier, they step their game up like so much to match Premier's production. So I'll probably say Invincible. But one thing I look at like the subtle influences. Like if you remember Kanye talking about on Last Call, he had that song called Wow. He said 2,500 Wow. He got that from Nori. If you listen to the second Clue tape, Nori said that first.
Well,
I go to take
Kanye,
with 100
borrowed
down.
mine
While
from
you go,
everybody. That's not surprising to me.
Yeah, Nori said.
Kanye's borrowed mine from me, the mailman, you know what I'm saying? Like, like everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Nori said, I gotta. I'm sorry.
No, what I want to say too, I gotta be super honest. Like CNN was a dope group. Mm-hmm. But I kind of like the Nori records better with Nori on them. I'm sorry, like
that's because of those that's because he was one of the innovators, Neptunes, yeah.
Like I knew about CNN, but I wasn't on them. When I heard like the Super Thug joint, I was like, what is this in the no, what? Like those joints was crazy. Like I ain't never heard of CNN records like that. I'm sorry, I've never heard of CNN like I had.
Like Body in the Trunk was dope, like him and Nas, like on Nori.
Yeah,
but like All We Got Is Dust, like on the reunion, like that. Like listen to Nori on that. Like that's the Nori that I like. To me, he's much eloquent with Capone, and I think like Capone had the story on Breakfast Club that Big initially wanted to sign Capone, and he was gonna like be a part of Junior Mafia. Like Capone super underrated, but. He was like out of jail early, and Nori really had to hold down the fort a lot without Capone. But if they got to do a couple more joints back in the 90s, I think their space will be a little higher. But Capone being incarcerated twice kind of helped the group up. But it's
crazy. Chad, how you feel about CNN, man?
The pretty dope group right there, man. I like CNN. I like that sound. I like that because it remind me of that era when New York was New York, man. Like. Those cats was so dope, man. CNN, Mobb Deep, all those cats, man, they was doing their thing, representing.
So speaking of Mobb Deep, that's my next group. Mobb Deep, Prodigy, Havoc. There's some war going on outside. No man is safe. One of my favorite themes. They shook. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Quiet Storm. Yes. It's Survival of the Fittest. Yes. The joint with 112 was hot. You know what I'm saying? No, probably all. I like the commercial joints. I like the commercial joints, okay? Even the Out of Control remix. That joint was hard.
What about Getaway?
Getaway.
I like the commercial joints. I want to do is like I like the radio-friendly records, okay?
I got you.
Chris, how do we feel about Mobb Deep, man? The Infamous.
Yeah, the Infamous is definitely written in ink when it comes to classic rap groups, man. I'm just thinking when we look at like every year. There was a solid year, like you could argue about 95, like Prodigy being the best rapper out, period. You know what I'm saying? Like that would not be a crazy argument to make.
Exactly. At that time, it's such a far, you know what I mean? I think Jay-Z kind of ended that a little bit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sweet Toes, you're breaking my heart. That's true. You know?
Right. The shot of being from the West, was Mobb Deep like a big influence to you? You listening to him? Like, how do you feel over there?
they pierce through more than some of the other groups, man. And I mean, it's funny because people talk about like J. Cole being boring rap, man, but like they got that good boy rap, man. Just give me a hard bass line, some good bars, nothing pretty, nothing fancy. Like Mob just brings it, man, consistently, and it's that good music, man. So I mean, they always been good. They definitely encourage you to go back and listen to some of the joints. So I love the Mob, man. Havoc is underrated, man. Havoc does his thing.
As a producer,
absolutely,
he's nasty, man.
Oh man, it was that beat that that joint was. I was like, oh, I wish if I could time travel, I would go back to like '95, go to the tunnel in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to do that. Hear all the stories, man.
What was that joint where he sampled Weird Science, like Don't Get It Twisted or whatever?
Alchemist did that beat.
Oh yeah, Alchemist did that beat.
The drums on that was so serious.
But yeah, they was killing it. All right, Chad.
That's got it twisted.
Give me another group, man.
Yeah.
Another group. I'm gonna go with the one of my favorite groups, top 3 groups all time. Tribe, man. Tribe.
Oh,
Tribe Called Quest.
Man, can
Absolutely.
I kick it?
Yes,
Yes, you can.
Man, we need an album bomb. Oh my gosh.
World tour
scenario.
World tour? Oh my god, yo. World tour.
Buggin'.
Yes.
Yo,
Buggin' is crazy.
even Find My Way. Find My Way came later.
My Way was
That
crazy.
teasing me like you did, Gina did, Martin. Now look at what you started. That joint was fire, man. So one of the best, right? Does anybody disagree that they're one of the best groups ever?
Nah, not at all.
It's like
Tribe is crazy.
I think all
They gotta be top 3, top 5, man. Top 3, top 5.
Top 5 for sure.
I think all the hipster rappers, the J. Cole, well, if you want to consider a hipster rapper, all them Kanye, they all owe Q-Tip in them, man. Like that kind of weird, not street
laid
rap,
back.
acceptable.
Drizzy too. Put Drizzy in here.
You
Pharrell.
yeah, all of them. You gotta really give them that flavors. Yeah, Pharrell, especially with the production wise, for sure.
Yeah.
And funny story, like, is I think Q-Tip was one of the dudes that discovered Mobb Deep. He brought him into the Def Jam studio.
Yeah.
And like
We can't hear you, Chad.
That brother got so excited he froze.
They brought him in the studio just like that, and he froze up. Q-Tip, he was, the whole Leaders of the New School with Busta Rhymes and Raw Digger and producing on Nas. I mean, Q-Tip did a lot for the game.
He got a family tree too. You're right.
Yeah, Q-Tip's like the fly uncle that you don't really see all the time.
Right.
When he comes to you, he has like gifts and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what he does exactly, but he does a lot.
Exactly.
And while we on that, let's take a quick, a moment to appreciate that era, man, where it was really about, iron sharpening iron, the collaboration, man. Like it was really just, like more of a family atmosphere everywhere you went. It wasn't like this cliquish where, we gonna get 2 or 3 guys and stay afar and be like, it was just like, man, if you can spit, you can spit. We getting out here, we doing tracks together, and everybody got love. And you saw people. I think you saw a lot more of the talent there where you would hear some of the older guys like, oh, yeah, I saw him spit, on the back streets of, this and this, or when he was doing a local show over here, as opposed to now you kind of hit and packaged and the world sees you at one time, which is cool because it builds anticipation, but it don't have those same stories, man, when Cass is performing in the coffee shop, you know what I'm saying? So,
well, give it time. So we're hearing stories now about the 90s. So I'm sure in the year 2035, we'll hear about J. Cole battling A$AP Rocky outside the street. I mean, it probably won't happen. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? Give it some time.
And if some of these guys from the battles join you, they continue to make more, then we'll talk about, we got the YouTube footage of when they were doing their thing. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, give it some time. I think it was dope. Chris, another group, man.
I'm a born and raised Brooklynite, but I gotta show love to this group from Atlanta, man. Outkast for sure.
Oh, of course.
Another like I think you could write them in top 2. I think you're gonna be Outkast with somebody else. I think that's what you have to do.
Wu-Tang then Outkast.
That's fine.
Well,
that's what I.
There's some other groups in here too. We're gonna get into.
That man is wearing a hat that could be in that top 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would give Outkast top 10. Top 5 is a little hard. I don't know.
But off the strength of ATLiens and Aquemini, if you just took those 2 albums and they died after those 2 albums.
And then the impact too with the sales and the impact and
Speaker Box Love Below, Stink on You.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Because okay, we will talk about that at the end because we got a lot of groups we had to get to.
I got a sleeper too in the top 5. I got a sleeper.
But shout out to Outkast, man. Shout out to Big Boy too. Big Boy is very underappreciated. Big Boy didn't leave the culture.
Nah.
Okay? He was holding it down, man. On that So Fresh and So Clean joint, he had the best verse in me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, Andre had that Love Who You Are, and So Anne Frank hit the attic for about 2 weeks. That joint was dope. But the Big Boy, the verse, the rhyme flipping in the back, he is crazy. You know what I mean?
And Big Boy be reading his newspaper so sincerely too, man.
I like the art of storytelling with Slick Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, that joint was hard, man. No, the Rosa Parks joint, man. I was late going to a Bible study because the video came on. I think the video came on like hits from the street. I had to leave the vacation Bible study, but I couldn't leave because Rosa Parks had just came on. It was like the and it was like a little clap, the clap outside. This joint is hard.
Yeah, man.
It was like country, but like cool. So I love that. Okay, Drew, another group, man.
Man, I wasn't done talking about Mobb Deep yet.
Yeah, we got 100 groups to get through, man.
To me, one of the most influential groups, and people give you a lot of flack about them. But I'm gonna go Diplomats.
Yeah.
Dipset.
Okay.
Dipset,
I can
man,
see the impact.
Like,
to me,
there's a lot of guys, man. Like, I'm in California, and I'll say this. Like, I was like a late teenager, like when Old Boy came out, and after I seen, and I knew about Cam and everything before that, but that's when the first time the world really seen Dipset, and that video changed my life. Like seeing that video, like this is the way, like the production, like the way Just Blaze, with that was the first like big record with that type of sample on it. The sped up sample, the way they dress, the way they talk, like there's so many things that Diplomats did, like that.
But lyrically, we should talk about bars, right? Because I feel like when Dipset is mentioned,
they got bars.
I know when they mentioned, we get impact, we get style, we get sales, we get influence. But when it comes down to the bars, was the entire Dipset spitting like that? I'm not saying they were. I'm just asking.
The main. I mean, I'm not talking about Gerald Ryder and 40 Cal and all that.
Hell Rel was fire.
Oh, Hell Rel was good. I'm just like the nucleus.
Yeah.
Cam, Jimmy, Jewels, and Freaky Zeke. And Cam is super nice.
You say Jim Jones too? You say Jim Jones?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and Jewels, especially back then, was one of the best young spitters out. And so lyrically, they brought it. Like Cam has been on records with some of the best lyricists ever, and held his own. Whether it be doing something like Fantastic Four, or whatever it may be. Getting those songs with Jay. Big wanted to sign Cam. Like so. You see like how nice Cam is.
They want to sign Big. They want to sign everybody. And Big going like Big want to sign me. Big ain't sign you. Big signed Little C's, Kim, and what you call it. Everybody got a story. Big want to sign me.
But that's what happened. If you remember, Cam signed with Rivera's label, and that was Big's manager. Like that had going to happen, and then Big passed.
Yeah.
But you look at you look at the lingo, people saying stuff like "what's good" to "no homo," all that. Like, that's all Cam. Like, they change fashion.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna pass over to Chris.
Man.
Okay, Chris, how you feel about Dipset lyrically, man? The bars.
I go back to that Rap City in the Basement freestyle video where Cam was just spitting and counting money to show you that even though he was breaking it down and keeping the computers puting, he could really chop you up with some lyrics, man, if he wanted to.
In the All Island, came in to write this.
Well, Confessions of Fire. I mean, Cam's always been like spitting. I think I don't want to say he dumbed down his flow. He tried to be more mainstream to get that. You know what I mean?
Fruity Pebbles and then the Fruity Pebbles. Whatever he's talking about.
Chad, how do you feel about Dipset, man? Being down south, how did that influence you, if in anything? You were all pink? Man. You have all pink on?
No, I didn't do the all pink, but a couple of people I know did. But like I kind of like looked up to those cats. I felt like they was hot. Like the Impact, like that was one movement I definitely wanted to be a part of. Like I thought Cam and them was fly, man. I wanted to dress like them. I used to wear the NBA suit, the NBA jogging suit, the jeans with all the patches on it with the NBA joint, all that. You know what I'm saying? I had like a couple of warm up suits, man. I had the Lakers warm up. I was just trying to be like them cats, man. They was tight. I jacked they sling. I was the cat from down south, walking around saying no homo and like, what's up, doggy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be like, I wanted to be a part of that movement.
Said, you don't got a lot of kick it, man. You sound like the feds, homie. You know what I'm saying? Okay, who's next? I'm gonna give y'all one, right? UGK.
Yes.
Got a pocket full of stones. First trap record, official trap record. How do we feel about UGK? Deshaun, what's up, man? Underground Kings.
They alright.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, you're gonna get slandered.
They alright.
What do you mean? Pimp C, Bun B?
Look, listen.
The style.
This is what I'll say. We just gotta keep it real. I'm a California kid, and UGK in their region is probably legendary. I can tell because Jay went on and got with him.
Big
my boy Tip is one of my favorite.
Pepsi's verse was almost probably better than one of Jay's joints.
It was.
A little reach, but it was hot.
T.I. is one of my favorite rappers, and he shows love to them. So what I'm saying is, like I said, it ain't nobody that I just gotta respect what other people say. It ain't nobody that I had in my tape deck. I was too busy listening to other stuff, so I'm like UGK. From what I hear, it's alright, but at the same time, that's just my ear. I'm assuming they're great because that's what everybody else say.
Okay.
That's what the culture say.
So does anybody think they should not be in the top 10 of groups?
Oh, they're not top 10.
10 is
no, they're not top 10.
Drew, you think they top 10?
Yeah.
Why?
I think based on based on the impact of people like me personally, I'm not a huge fan of. I like it.
Why Shaq face? Fix your face, man.
UGK has too many fans for Chad.
It's not.
Well,
it's
actually,
not that.
I don't know about that way.
So,
it's not that. Where the music though?
Pocket full of stones. What do you mean? It's national players. What do you mean?
Yeah, it does.
Man, international players anthem, pocket full of stones. One day, but like. Like I just can't rock with them cats like that. Like I like Bun B. I like Bun B a lot.
I like Pimp C.
But
and a lot of it is more. I mean, he's a good producer, and also too, a lot of him off the mic is what I like. I do think
exactly.
So for me, that's a big part of why I do or don't like rap, especially coming up. Mm-hmm. Because certain rappers you just kind of gravitate more to. I like what Chad was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So Chad, Pimp C.
Okay.
I say Chad.
Cool, Chris. Give me another group.
So in that same lane, it made me think about this. I had another group. I'm going with this one. Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
Would you put them in the same? Because I feel like Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing trick on me. The album cover where Bushwick Bill has his eye shot out.
Exploitation.
But at the same time, I just look at it as exploitation for real. But I look at it in terms of like what they gave to the culture, much more than being like, yo, I listen to them all the time. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough. I remember my first music video I could really remember watching was probably Mind Playing Tricks on Me. I could really remember.
Absolutely.
I came home and it was like this little Bushwick little dude jumping out the window. Like I was like, what is this?
Punching the concrete. Come on.
Yeah, I was like, this was so abstract. I was like, what am I watching right now? Like what is this? So. Yeah, I gotta give Scarface more credit sometimes than Ghetto Boy.
Exactly.
But I could be wrong.
No, Scarface, his solo career and like his projects, like The Diary, when he first that was I think one of his first original joints, The Diary.
Yeah.
Like that joint was like so good compared to like the Ghetto Boys work. Like and I listen to Ghetto Boys. I actually got a beat down from my mom. Because she picked up my Walkman and it had my Ghetto Boys tape in there. So, like, I got a whooping for listening to, like, the parental advisory move. That was before the parental advisory stickers, yo.
That belt won't play tricks on you. I know that. For those welts. Deshaun, give me a group, man.
All right, I'm caping, man. I'm bringing it all the way home.
Here we go.
Shout out
already know.
Oakland, California. Shout out to 3 Times Crazy. My folks, yeah, exactly. Screw your face up.
What?
Local, man. Shout out to BA, Asia Man, Keep the Sneak. They keep the hits coming since the early 90s. Get your Google on. Shout out to them. Now, if you want somebody that's not local, I'm going to send it to Public Enemy. Who I think
there we go. We're back in business. All right, Public Enemy. Hey, fight the power, man. It takes a nation to hold us back. We're the best. There we go, the shots. Bring him back home, man. That's why he's SMOC right there, man. Public Enemy, Chuck D, man. How we feel about them, man?
Man.
Chris, how do you feel about you being from Brooklyn, man?
Yo,
do the right thing, fight the power, man. That was a big song, man.
Once again, we're talking about folks who've made like a long time commitment to the culture, man. If you had like the time capsule out, you had to put Fear of a Black Planet in there. I think them linking up with the Bomb Squad, that's some of the best production hip hop has ever had.
Absolutely.
And in terms of the way you construct the group, where Chuck D is dropping all this knowledge. If it was just a whole group of Chuck D, it might not have worked, but you have Flavor Flav to balance it out. So it's brilliant, man.
He's the forefather of this, man. Like, people give KRS-One a lot of credit, which they should, but you can't forget Chuck D, man. You cannot forget Chuck D.
And the voice, like, who got a better voice than Chuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Nobody.
He's like the
maybe Rock. Maybe Rock from Helter Skelter.
Yeah, that's true.
I want like my guardian angel. It's like a mix between Chuck D, Lord Have Mercy, and I don't know. Drew, being from the West, man, did Public Enemy, you guys affected by the whole movement? It was more of an East Coast thing, but how y'all feel about Public Enemy over there?
Yeah, no, I definitely respect Public Enemy, and even like to bring it together with the West. You know, like I was saying before the last episode about Top MC, Ice Cube working with the Bomb Squad. So their production, merged coast. Like they were super dope. I think Chuck D. When he was talking, I mean, we need a voice like Chuck D. Nappa was going. That's like a song like Fight the Power, like being made with the march and all that going on with everything that's happened in the last couple of years.
Yeah, man.
Stuff like that.
That 911 joke in your town, that joint was, don't believe the hype. That just like house music. Like, you want to like dance, do the running man to that joint. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't do nothing for you, man. That's my joint right there.
That's what I'm talking about. When people are like, you can't be. We was having in the group that Donita, shout out to Donita, talking about like conscious rap and did not make it boring. They were conscious, but they weren't born. They found an angle. They found a way to put the medicine in the food. You know what I'm saying?
And they said names. I mean, it was F. John Wayne, F. Elvis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't tiptoe around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So.
Thank you, Drew. You brought some up. Speaking of Elvis, what about the Beastie Boys? You know what I'm saying? Intergalactic.
My dad, like one of the first rap songs I ever listened to. My dad had a Chevy Nova. And back in the day, my dad used to listen to Brass Monkey all the time. I was like 5 years old. Like my dad played that song to death. And
when I was living in Richmond in 2008, when Obama was about to get elected, and they did a concert in Richmond, like one of those like get out the vote concerts, and them brothers tore the place apart. Wearing like plaid, they looked like some school teachers. I mean, they were like really old, but they tore the place apart. So I'll say they deserve to be in the conversation. My only beef is that they were marketed as rock groups for so long, and that's what kind of messed me up.
Yeah, they started as a punk rock band. I mean, Beastie Boys one of those groups where like you tip your hat to them.
Yeah.
But you're not really riding around all day listening to like Sabotage. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really listening to like.
Yeah, Run DMC wrote their rhymes.
Well, yeah, some of them, well, a lot of them, maybe most of them. But the point is the fact. The Shawners, how do you feel about Beastie Boys, man? What do you think, man?
Yeah, that's kind of as I was, looking through to sharpen my memory. I was like, the Beastie Boys, it's like if we get to them, that's cool. I ain't gonna spend too much time on them. That's just kind of how it was, you know what I'm saying, for better or worse. And then, like when you have that asterisk next to it, it makes it a lot easier. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
My favorite joint is probably the Intergalactic joint. The much later in their career, that was probably my favorite joint. Like,
that's when they came back out. My favorite Beastie Boys joint, and the video to go with it was Sabotage. That was my joint right there.
Yeah, Sabotage. Okay. Who did I get? Drew. Give me another group, man.
NWA. Let's do it.
Of course, West. The biggest movie out this year. Straight out of Compton, man. So yeah, I think NWA has to be in the conversation with one of the best groups. Has to.
Yeah.
even if you look at just to keep it to like the movie thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, now everybody wants to make a biopic about their career now.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's been in the
Trendsetters.
game kind of long, and NWA was like, when you have the attention of the government, like, and you're kicking up dust like that, and
Yeah.
I mean, when you bring a light to things that people, because 2 Live Crew got the same kind of attention, but in a different way. It was more because of the raunchy stuff.
Right.
But what NWA was talking about was something really, it was something real.
Forefathers
And things that people weren't bringing to the light, and it's still relevant to this day.
I think to them, I think with them and IC, the fathers of gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? Both of them
Absolutely.
at the same time. Deshaun, you were shaking your head a little bit, man, by NWA.
I got 2 things. One, I want to correct Drew. Well, actually, no, I think it was Walt. Somebody talked about what kind of influenced the biopics. That was Flex Alexander's starring role playing Michael Jackson. He was so
The
captivating.
worst biopic of all time.
Now, when you talk about the catalog, man, I mean, does their impact just supersede the catalog? Because I can name a couple, 10, 11, 12 groups that got a catalog and impact. So does NWA having such a small catalog just kind of jump over them guys?
I think impact and fashion and message, right? But other than that, like lyrical, you can't really give that to them. Catalog, they have about a good 4 or 5 strong songs, but it's not like Outkast. They're not like a Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have those other groups. You know what I'm saying? Like gangster rap, mainstream wise, they are the guys. Them and IC.
And name two artists that came out of a group with the impact of Dr. Dre and Ice Cube.
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
You're not gonna do it. You're not going to.
That's true.
So
that's very true. I give it to him. Chris, man, being from New York, man, did NWA like kind of influence what was going on over there in Brooklyn?
I mean, to the degree where, like, I think, everybody's wearing, like, Raiders caps and, like, dark colors and stuff like that. It just looked, like, hard. I think they had a really great aesthetic. But, I don't know, I was actually thinking about this just randomly, I guess in preparation for the show, and I was like, I don't know if it boiled down to, like, your Spotify playlist or, like, whatever you're listening to music through. I don't know how many NWA songs you really gonna have on rotation. You'll have it to sort of like, if you want to be a curator and be like, back in the day this was important. But in terms of like listening to it every day, I don't think you're just gonna put on Express Yourself as you walk in the supermarket. I don't think that's gonna happen.
But this is the only thing with that though.
Shoot me. What's he saying?
And I agree with that, Chris. But this is my thing. There's so much great music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this, even outside of rap. There's going to be artists that some people you're just not going to catch on to. For example, like I just now really started listening to Bob Marley probably like 2 months ago. And I always knew Bob Marley's influence. I know he's Bob Marley. I get it now. Like I can't stop playing Bob Marley for like the last month and a half, 2 months. I play Bob Marley nonstop.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get to everybody, but we can't diminish their legacy. Because some people are like, well, you just now start listening, like you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just because we might not have them always playing all the time doesn't mean like they still didn't do what they did. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, who else? Okay, and that Chad, another group, hip hop group.
Another group. I'm gonna go with Goody Mob.
Goody Mob. Interesting. Cujo, Big Gips, CeeLo, Timo.
Mm-hmm.
But greatest group of all time.
No, not the great. They're not in that conversation.
Catalog.
So
okay. I love the Dungeon family. I love that they were able to Outkast. Even Future. Future was a part of that whole thing too. Doesn't sound like it, but he was. A lot of them was dope, but like catalog, like what are some 5 dope Goody Mob joints you just play? You know what I'm saying? Like the legacy is there. They're kind of like how it's about 8-Ball, MJG, like that. They're great. And they kind of put on for Atlanta, but like you really, you know what I'm saying?
Every song I wanted to mention is actually an Outkast song. I was about to say Black Ice, but that's Outkast song.
I mean, you got
Baby Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know which. Like, I love their Age Against the Machine record that came out a couple years ago. The album. Mm-hmm. I think that was dope, but I don't know which ones I'm pulling back from '98 that I'm listening to. I like CeeLo records.
Yeah. You ain't like Who's That Peeping Through My Window?
Yeah, that was dope.
Man, I think for me, it's somebody I never had a desire to like go listen to the album fillers, but they like their singles was always banging, like their originality, the like the energy they bring to the screen. Sure. Like it was just a dope energy, and you always wanted to hear something from them. You know, like I said, I wasn't gonna pop on 2 or 3 albums, but like, oh, you see them on TV or you hear a record on, I'm not looking to change rapidly. So I love the energy that the Goody Mob bring, man.
Same thing. I love the energy. I love the positive messages they've had in their music. Yeah. I love the eclectic style and the fashion. That was dope. I just lyrically, you would have to kind of have that argument. I think every other category, in terms of like respect and fan base and longevity, you gotta give them props for that. I think that's dope. Let me name another group. What about? Let me go through the list. Oh, Naughty by Nature, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yo,
absolutely.
You have OPP, man. You
Uptown Anthem.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's like in terms of the hip hop anthems, the cookout joints. You gotta give it up. Representing Jersey, you gotta give it up. Especially Fresh, man.
Hip Hop Hooray.
He was killing it.
Church was nasty.
Yeah, Hip Hop Hooray was probably one of the biggest songs I ever seen in rap. Like
and it was hard.
That was one of the crossover joints, cause like
crossover.
I used to kick it with my older brother. He like 10 years older than me. Like we watching like MTV Spring Break. You know, they used to have a joint. And OPP comes, Naughty by Nature comes out and they do Hip Hop Hooray, and it's like all white people in the crowd and they doing the they do the movement.
It was
and I was like, man, that crossover. Yeah,
man. White people weren't afraid to sing that.
No,
right.
It was universal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was dope, man. That was dope too.
And they put on for Jersey.
For sure.
Not a Naughty by Nature fan. Not me.
Drew, come on, Drew. Hip hop.
They're too hardcore. They're too
hardcore. You know me.
You know what's funny? So this is the thing. So for one, their singles to me are annoying as hell. I don't like.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Like those songs are
jam.
Hell annoying. Like I don't like.
OPP was the jam.
That was the
only thing that made me have a second thought about Naughty by Nature is Eminem talking about how dope Treach is and how much Treach influenced him. So somebody as great as Eminem be like, yo, Treach is great. Maybe there was something I missed. But those singles didn't make me want to look at the poster. I hate these songs.
Man, OPP, when that beat dropped and he on me with harmony. Like, come on, man. You don't like that. You don't like how you not like that?
Treach's flow and the sped up flow people doing now, the sped up flow and he slows it down. Like, that's Treach. That's all Treach. Oh my god. Okay.
I knew it was over for them when they did the feature with 3LW though. It was over. I knew it was over. I knew it was over.
Man.
You can't do a song with the promises girl and think you're gonna still be in the game, man. You can't do it, man.
Promises.
We still I forgive you, Treach. I forgive you, man.
That remind me of when my boy Nelly did the thing with Tim McGraw. All in my head, I was like, dang.
Wait, hold up. That was low key tight though.
No.
No.
That was low key fire though.
Nah.
I said low key. I said low key.
Yeah, real low key.
Okay, get a little
low key like a midget locksmith.
Oh man, I can't. Webster key. All right, okay. Deshauners, give me a group, man.
Throw my cape on for a second.
Here we go.
Shout out to the Loonies. Yuck Mouth, one of the West Coast legends. Numbskull, man. They got hits. I love the Loonies. Do your research. Back to your regular scheduled program. We're going to go another, for my born city, man, Cleveland.
Hey, double it up.
I got to double up, man, because cats ain't knowing, man. But shout out to Bone Thugs, man. I think they're in the conversation.
Man.
Top 10 groups, man. Major impact, a whole different style.
Gonna miss everybody. I didn't know what they was talking about. That joke was just fire, though. I didn't get into the last bar, the last word of the bar. The store, the car. I was like, oh, the last word is the important one. Let me listen to the last word. You know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what, I kind of compare their impact to that of 50 Cent because they were an East Coast group, but because of their connections to the West, they instantly popped out here. Like 50 Cent, Ruthless, like that record label, like they had instant credibility. People was playing them like they was really from like Sacramento on the West Coast, like the beats was banging, and they got instant love, so it made them pop, and you could see in the movie and everything, the sales was instant. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my family's from Cleveland, so I have both sides of it. Bone's always been a mainstay.
Yeah,
So shout out.
Crossroad, that go to everybody, like every girl, the girls was trying to sing the Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying? The Notorious Thugs with Biggie. That joint was crazy.
Even their name is like crazy because like they're Bone Thugs and Harmony. And this is really like they made street records. You never look at them and question how hard they work, but they have like amazing melody. Like how you guys like this? I'm trying to imagine, like, I would love to see their recording process, especially back then. Like,
for real.
Because they're coming up with parts. The guys are coming in, and they got to blend voices, see who sounds good with what. Like that was probably some of the, like, dopest studio sessions
man.
Anybody around.
And just to think about Bone, man, like, being a kid listening to them, like, their music was so dark. Yeah. Like, you know, they had the song on the Ouija, Are You With Me? Like, as a kid, that terrified me, yo. They playing with Ouija boards and stuff, man. Like, bruh.
Man, I don't know if you guys had this conversation, but we all talk about my favorite member was Crazy Bone, man. Crazy, he had a consistent flow. I know a lot of people like Wish because, you know, the voice, it was the distinctive flow. Right. Crazy was dope, man.
I like Lazy Bone.
I meant Busy, not Wish. I meant Busy.
I like Lazy Bone.
Lazy Bone my favorite. But you gotta give him props too. You gotta give Ja Rule, borrow some of the flow. Drake, like if you really break down some of their like cadences, they get a lot of that stuff from Bones. They may not realize it, but that's like the sped up, the speed it back up, and the ends with the harmony, and they get a lot of that from Bone Thugs. So shout out to them, man. Okay, Chris, give me another group.
I got it.
All right, so I kind of want to start doubling up like the Shondas now.
Right.
I want to shout out old school group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, man.
The
Message.
I was going to the floor yesterday.
Yeah, but you that old school rap style, but it still holds up in terms of like really just being like a classic. Message? Come on, it's like 8 minutes long.
That was a long ass message.
A long message. Melly Mel had a lot. And talking about great voices in rap, man. Melly Mel,
of course.
He was
Macklemore now. He was the Macklemore cat.
That's right, yo. Security ain't enough. They need that check, man.
Yeah, they're dope. You had another one? You said that too.
Oh yeah, and then also I just want to shout out my man who recently passed, Sean Price from Helter Skelter. I think Helter Skelter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my dudes right there, man. Like I said, Rock got like the best voice you ever want to hear in hip hop. Like his voice, it's so cool when he get on the track and start spitting. Like the voices grab your attention. It's almost like the dude.
Quit.
It's almost like the dude from what's the name of the group?
I-20.
Nah, the Lucci Camp Low. Like the dude from Camp Low got another. His voice is cold too, but but I think Rock got the best voice.
Those guys have it easy. You have the voice. You get the bars. Just the bars. Like Dre. Dr. Dre has the rap voice. Just give him the bars. You know what I'm saying? Cool, Chad. Give me two groups, man. Two groups.
I got Little Brother.
Oh, of course. Right. I was waiting for that. Super backpack rap, college rap.
And Black Moon.
Yes.
Black Moon.
Oh, Black Moon.
Interesting. They're one of those groups that I don't really like study their catalog. I know they're dope, but I haven't really like done all of my Googles on Black Moon.
Gotcha. Man, Buckshot, one of the coldest MCs ever, man.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta get up on it, man. During that time, my hip hop was all flashy and blinged out, so I was caught up in making the video type joints. Drew, give me two groups, man.
We're gonna take it back west. We'll go Dog Pound.
Yes, sir.
Word.
Of course.
I think Corrupt is one of the most underrated rappers ever.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Corrupt, Young Gotti.
Man, there's not too many guys, man, that like his ability like to stack syllables and like his flow, like Corrupt's out of here. Like Daz is one of the best producers. Like Dog Pound is got one of the best diss records on like
Absolutely.
Definitely them. And then we'll also go West Side Connection.
I was about to say we were going to go there with them. Okay. Yeah, I love it, man. They back.
I'm surprised we haven't spoken about Mac 10 and 18 episodes. Of course, we've done a lot of West Coast conversations. I just thought about that. Mac 10.
That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility, man.
I'll take that.
Dub C with the coolest crip walk ever.
Ever.
Dub C,
I shouted out Dub C in the Tupac episode because I talked about how he can go up and down the coast, without no problems and no security. Shout out to Mac 10, man. Shout out to him, It's my dude.
So live.
Dub C set it off and set it off.
It was West Side Connection was dope too because you had Cube there who's like always been like neutral as far as anything like gang affiliated being from LA.
Exactly.
You got like a Crit, you got a Blood, you bring them together with Cube who's like a neutral guy. So the dynamic of the group is like super dope to me too. So,
you know what's so cool about
They was cool. They was cool until they went up against Common, man. Common took the boys out.
That's what I'm saying. It's so funny now to see like what you call it, Ice Cube and Common and Barbershop 3 or 4, whatever.
Yeah.
And like Common's gonna be like Ice Cube's best man. Like to see them go from like the diss record to that is like a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like grown guys being millionaires off the movie. That's crazy. Okay, Chad.
Yeah, they got the best Christmas song.
Oh, best Christmas song. Chad, two groups, man.
I'm gonna give you one whack group that I hate, but they was popular on the West Coast. Cypress Hill, I hate those guys. They pretty trash.
Wait, you want to be a rap superstar and live large?
DJ Muggs is one of the best producers in the game. Nobody talks about. I love Muggs. He's one of the guys that influenced me when I was making beats.
Yeah, man,
Muggs is super dope.
And I got Diggable Planets too. I'm cool like that.
I'm cool like that. Yeah.
Probably one of the best songs from a one-hit wonder in hip hop.
Yeah, I don't know if they the best. I don't know about that. They like
I
Black.
feel like I like that song if I was warming up before a basketball game, but I don't know about anything else. Like it's on the main lines or something.
That Rebirth of Slick, the Rebirth of Slick album, that album was hot.
Yeah,
That's reach.
I ain't played in a decade. Okay, where did Drew go? All right, the Roots.
How fast I am.
The Roots.
Yes.
The Roots, the Roots, you got me. See, they have a lot of joints, man. Black Thought been killing it.
Black Thought, one of the coldest MCs to ever do it, man.
No, and that's one of the best concerts you ever go to. A Roots concert, guaranteed.
Their band is amazing, man. Shout out to them. Where they go, Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Insane. Okay.
I saw the Roots live one time with Talib Kweli and Mos Def. Smoking Grooves tour back in the day. Mm-hmm. One of the illest concerts I've ever been to.
Black Star.
If you go to a concert like that, are you allowed to wear any other color besides brown?
Brown, dark brown, and black. Yo, Black Star. How do you feel about
girls with a weave.
How do you feel about Black Star? Mos Def and Talib.
That album was hot.
But would I put them in the same sort of like Red Meth categories? Like that's a special one-off thing. I don't know if I want to count them as an official group.
Yeah. I think Meth and Red as an official group. I mean, they had a good two to three joints, three albums.
That's true.
I would give it to them. I think because Method Man is that's a good point. It's like they're a super group.
Right.
I would count it. There's some fans that only know Method Man from Meth and Redman.
Yeah.
Some of them don't know who's Wu-Tang. I mean, that's kind of hard to believe, but some really don't. They know How High and all the Blackout and the Rottweiler. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's a cool one.
I got another group.
Oh, go ahead, Chad.
Another group from the West Coast. I like them, but I know a lot of people might not. They was around for a little bit. Jurassic 5.
Why?
Jurassic 5.
Okay.
It was pretty dope to me.
Yeah, nah.
they wouldn't be in this conversation, but they're good.
They're like the Loonies to me. They're like the Loonies. Like the Loonies was dope.
No, what?
Nah, it's two separate planets.
How?
I mean, like they're not like
the Loonies. Oh man, the Loonies
and Jurassic 5. They're not even the same kind of people.
Okay, hold on. Besides, I got 5 on it. What other classics did the Loonies have? Deshaun,
none.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. As far as worldwide classics, I'm talking about where we from growing up. The Loonies got hits, like hits upon hits that we just grew up. But I'm saying like the greater
Oakland Raider.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raider, yeah.
But I'm talking about, like Jurassic 5 don't have that. They don't have that same credibility. and like you talk about, like in the West, it's all about the kind of person you are. Like the Loonies, they can come up and down everywhere and they get love.
That's true. Well, what about Far Side? Is Far Side a part of it?
Far Side's dope. Far Side's dope.
Far Side's dope. Oh, Souls of Mischief.
Yes.
93 to Infinity. That beat still goes stupid.
What they got? I'm not hip. Wait, who is this? Social Mischief?
Yeah, 93 to Infinity. They for the Bay.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
How you repping the Bay? Don't know the Souls of Mischief.
They're the funky homo sapien.
Oh yeah, Souls of Mischief, man. This is how we
Speaking of which,
what's up?
Get your Google ready. Everybody, this is the one up for. This is the one. These are my dudes.
Oh God!
It's a group
I
called
already know
The
what you're
Team.
gonna say.
It's a group called The Team. Clyde Carson, Cass Cosman, man. It's called Google The Team. It's a dope group coming out of Oakland, California. You got to Google.
See, I thought you were gonna say the click, Shaughness.
I got you giving away. I'm saving that. But
how? No. There's no saving them. They're there. Yeah. You're reaching them. They're gone.
Okay, the click.
I got another group.
Legendary. But wait, no. My publicly known group that we haven't got to yet is De La Soul.
Yes.
Gotta give De La Soul, man. Long track record. Dope sound,
of course,
beats, party hits, everything you need to do. De La Soul is dope, man. They up there. They should be at least honorable mention towards your top 10, if not.
Me, myself, and I is a classic joint.
De La Soul is dead. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, even the Ooh joint, the Ooh record.
Yeah.
The Ooh with the Red Man, that joint was hard, man.
And a couple of years ago, they released all their albums
Buddy?
for free.
What about Buddy?
Oh yeah, Buddy. Of course. Well, that's the whole Native Tongue posse.
Yeah.
Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, Queen Latifah, that whole little collective. Yeah.
Moni Love.
Moni Love. I can't forget Moni in the middle. Okay, Drew, give me two groups, man.
Two.
You running out. You running out of groups.
No, I got two.
Chill. I'm trying to get Drew two groups.
Chad got 100.
Drew, you got two for me?
I only have one.
Okay, give me one.
Clips.
Yeah, of course. VA, one of the best groups walking right now.
Yeah, man.
Well, not right now because no Miles is gone, but you know what I'm saying? What? Okay.
No Miles rapping for the Lord now, that's all.
I tell you what, the Clips got more hits than the Click and
whoa.
Let's not get personal. But if you want to go there, we can go there.
Okay.
My only thing with the Clips. My only thing with the Clips is I feel like their second. I feel like Hell Have No Fury
was dope.
Hella overrated.
Don't say that.
People say it was classic. People are trying to make that a classic. That's not a classic, man. Like I hear that thrown around with that album. That album was not a classic.
Well, to be fair, I personally like Lord Willem better than Hell. I'm from VA. You know what I mean? Like Chase, South the G.
I like Till the Casket Drops. That's my joint.
So the Casket Drops was good too.
No, we got it from Cheat. We got it from Cheat mixtapes was hard. With Ab Lava. And Sandman and Roscoe P. Coltrane, like that was
Coltrane and Family.
Oh, Family from Norfolk. You saw stuff I'll be the next week.
I don't know how I feel about Family. I don't know.
Rock and Roll was a great record. Rock and Roll was super dope.
The Clips are definitely one of my top favorite groups. Can I do a one I really like and one I really don't like?
Sure.
So one I really don't like, man, is 3-6.
What? I gotta stay fly.
I never wanted
They're the corniest group out of the South. They're the corniest group out of the South.
No, come on, man.
Let's have some order.
They're the corniest group out of the South.
It's the corniest group out of the South. Really?
Yeah, man. They really embarrassed the South.
Chad got some places he can't go now because of this shit.
Nah, man. Even my people in Memphis will tell you they're a misrepresentation of the city. Like, no disrespect to Juicy J and DJ Paul, but on the cover of one of their albums, they had a dude with one of them tribal bones in his nose, and like, man, they was just doing too much.
No.
They had Gangsta Blue and Crunchy Black and. Like, man, those dudes was corny.
Don't disrespect Crunchy Black.
Sipping on some
rest in peace to Lord Infamous. Rest in peace to Lord Infamous.
Sipping on some scissor.
They brought that to the mainstream. Not saying they invented nothing like that, but as far as nationally known, like nobody even really knew what that was when that song came out. That's y'all here. Like
Project Pat? Project
Pata?
Hey,
Project
listen,
Pata?
people in high school in Sacramento was in love with Project Pat. I'm not saying they don't have love. I just never personally liked them. Like they got love everywhere. Like it was never a song where I was like, oh, like I really like that. Like I didn't like none of that. That was never my cup of tea.
I agree with Deshaun.
3-6 Mafia is super dope.
I agree with Deshaun.
But I like Crunchy Black is great.
Crunchy Black.
Yeah, Country Black is great.
Crunchy Black is great. What? At what? Cool, man.
He's a great character.
Chad, he's a supreme lyricist, Chad.
He's not a lyricist. He's just a great character. He's dancing and he comes up with some dope hooks. Crunchy Black is dope.
See, I played Crunchy Black one time in my regular headphones. It didn't sound good. I put these on. Yo, dope. Fire.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
But
Shout to Crunchy.
I got a group we kind of overlooked.
Who?
The Hot Boys.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
That episode right
The
there.
block is hot. The block is
That
hot.
episode.
hot. Back then, that was Juvie. That was all of them.
No, that was
Shout out to Young Turk.
No, was that Turk? That was a Turk song back then, wasn't it?
No, Black is hot.
Nah, that thing, that was on Juvie's album.
That's
That was
Juvie's song.
Juvie.
That was like on 500 degrees or that thing.
400 degrees, yeah.
Bling Bling was BG, but it really was all of them together, though. You know what I'm saying? It was all featuring the same song.
It was a
You know what I
movement.
mean? It was a movement. Shout out to them.
Shine was dope, man. They had a lot of hits, man.
They did. And Birth for Lil Wayne, as some people say, he's one of the best. So Juvie to me, like I didn't get Cash Money at first, but I got Juvie for some reason.
Yeah.
He was the front man.
I got to understand, like you know what I'm saying. I got that fire. Holla
Even
at me.
Jay-
You know what I mean?
You know you have a dope group when people argue over who's the dopest. Like BG,
sure.
like they weren't really all that dope, but people have favorites. I know people that like Turk. I know people that like BG.
Who like
People
Turk?
that love Lil Wayne. I got a partner, J Dub. Shout out to J Dub Sacramento. He was a hot boy.
Same people who like you
Girl
guys.
fan.
No. Turk was dope. We're talking about like
Turk was the glue.
Turk wasn't whack.
you said Turk.
Turk
was
definitely wasn't whack.
Turk was like Ron Harper, you know, like like Lil Wayne was Scottie Pippen, Juvenile was Jordan, you know, and
Manny Fresh was the glue.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was Phil Jackson. Manny Fresh was Phil Jackson.
Okay, I got one for y'all. I got one for y'all. What about Salt and Pepper?
I was thinking about them too.
Salt and Pepper, don't sleep, push it. What a man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about
Corny.
Aw, come
Corny.
on.
Man.
Corny.
They sold too many.
You know, everybody's older
Corny.
sister had that tape, so don't even try to front on us right now.
They music, I didn't rock a Salt and Pepper album
No, I said
personally.
your older
I like
sister.
Push
Yeah.
It.
I didn't say you and your older sister.
yeah, but
I think about Chad being like 8'9", play Salt and Pepper.
their music ain't for me. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be riding around in my whip listening to What a Man. I'm not. Nah, they didn't make music.
With the
They didn't make music for me.
Chad, word on the street is you be walking around the house hitting the quad, man. I think you can That's not
Hitting the Raekwon. But we've said before, just because you didn't listen to them, doesn't mean they have an impact. So
Exactly.
you gotta give them props. One of the highest selling female acts, period.
Oh yeah.
One of the only legendary female duo, like female hip hop duo. Like you gotta give it to them.
I'm not taking nothing away from them.
You did. You took everything away from them.
I'm not playing their music, but I'm not gonna take anything away from them. The Push It videos, man, that was one of like when I was a little kid watching that. I didn't really know what they was talking about, but I knew it was something that was raunchy because my mom wouldn't let me rock with it. You know?
I knew what Pepper was talking about. That Pepper. That's it for the video. Shout out for the video. Salute for the video.
Those pants and those leather jackets, yeah. The asymmetrical cuts.
What about the Fugees?
Yeah.
Chris, what about the Fugees, man? They legendary?
Absolutely legendary.
Are they top 10?
They're
one album?
overrated. They're definitely overrated. Let me start off by saying that. Because I think that they get the same thing that Lauryn Hill's solo career gets, which is that nostalgia kicks in and everyone's like, oh my gosh, one of the best.
I wasn't going to say it this time.
The Score is a classic album, but I mean, I don't know about top 10. I think they're in the conversation for top 15.
Somebody
told me the first album was a Frisbee.
Ooh, that's
Whammo.
Somebody told me that. That is.
I never listened to it.
Yeah, like it's a coffee coaster.
The crazy ball heads or some crap like that. But
I don't know.
It was crazy. It was crazy whack. It was crazy whack.
Let me counter that, Chad, because I think about it like this. If you ever listen to some like rock groups like U2, for example, there's like a couple of albums they have to like warm up before they create that classic. Like if you listen to the Joshua Tree from U2, there's a couple like an album before and an album after, like Unforgettable Fire, something like that, where you can hear like they were trying to get that sound right. And I think that's what happened with Fuji as well. We don't give rap enough credit. I think
then they gave up.
This sound.
Exactly, absolutely. Yeah, they had one. I mean, the score was classic. And after that, they kind of separate. And Prize wasn't that bad, y'all.
He wasn't.
He was terrible.
Ghetto Superstar was not that bad of a joint.
It would have been better if Jay was on it. Jay wanted to get on that track.
Yeah,
it would have been a hotter song if Jay would have got on it than Prize.
I read the code that Jay-Z called Wyclef. He was like, "Yo, that should have been my song. Like, you know, I could have did that song better." Disrespectful. Who? Oh, G Unit. Oh gosh, please don't. Look, here, Drew's gonna go in on G Unit.
Hey man, listen. That was yeah, man. Banks was when that G Unit CD came out. What Banks did on every track was ridiculous. Man. I mean, we ain't gonna talk. We knew what the mixtapes coming, but man, that was me. That just kind of sold it as one of my favorite rappers. Man, he just came on.
G Unit better than Dipset.
Yeah. Lyrically, that's. My only beef with Banks, only beef with Banks now is that I like his flow, but I don't know the words in the flow. No. It's like it's so grumble. It's like I don't know what he's talking about.
He's been fighting mono for 12 years, man.
Yeah, he's like smoking extra heavy. Like before, it wasn't that bad. Now it's like the flow is incredible. I can't decipher the bars in it. It sounds like cool mumble sometimes. I don't know if the engineer.
That Halloween Havoc mixtape goes in, man. You gotta check it out.
So you can rhyme that back. You can actually rhyme that back when you listen to it.
Yeah, Banks is my guy. That's what I do. Like Banks is my dude. But it is a hard listen. It can be a hard listen. I'm not taking away from what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what you gotta do is sometimes you gotta put the CD on, not the Spotify, and make it a little more crisp. you gotta take an extra measure when it comes to Banks, man.
Get that lossless audio.
The PLK.
Lossless audio. Wait, I gotta convert some WAV files in order to listen to.
That's what you gotta do, man. This gives you training because you gotta mix and master before you listen to it. You gotta do your own mix and master.
But no, lyrically, Young Buck was fire. Fame was fire. Yeah. Banks was fire. Even Yayo was like kind of the weaker link, so lyrically. Even he had a couple of joints. Even he had a couple of joints that rock. I mean, their songs. I mean,
the I Run New York, the 50 and Yayo had was first to me. Listen to that song. I Run New York.
Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
One group.
We're saying 8 Ball MJG is like a legendary group, but I can name more songs from Tony Yayo off the top than I could of them. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So what was the extra oomph that gave him some hits that some people don't have? You know what I'm saying?
What? The Machine, Interscope,
well, there you
Shady
go.
Aftermath.
Shady
but like
Aftermath. G-Unit.
One group I would be remiss if we didn't talk about. I'm really looking forward to their new album, Black Hippie.
It's kind of early.
Yeah.
It's kind of early. It's like
I can't wait to get that Black Hippie album.
It's like you're at 7:30 right now. We're at 12. You're at 7:30 in the morning right now. They're a little early. Like I think they're a dope group, but I think it's a little too early to throw them in that.
Let me mention.
Because I'm waiting.
Oh, go ahead, Drew.
No, I was gonna say like I'm looking forward to when ASAP Mob finally drop. I think that album's gonna be dope when it finally comes out.
Yeah, even them, I feel like they've been out for the past like 6 years.
Yeah.
What about Run the Jewels? Because that's what I think is the best group right now.
Oh, Killer Mike LP, yeah, Run the Jewels. I know, Chad, you're a big fan of it. I love Killer Mike is so underrated.
He's inherited that Ice Cube Chuck D mantle of like the best political rapper right now. I mean, I love Kendrick. I think Kendrick's the best MC, but Killer Mike's he just interviewed Bernie Sanders last week. Come on.
Well, Kendrick named
he ran for mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's dope. Who else?
I got one for you.
Sure, go ahead. Talk to me.
Slum Village.
Yeah.
Slum Village is dope.
Yeah.
Slum Village is dope.
Can I say this about Slum Village?
Go ahead.
I like the original Slum Village when it was Bateen, and Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like so many of the members have passed. Jay Dilla passed, Bateen passed, and now they got Elzai and this other cat in the group. And I like Elzai is nice, but the other dude not so much.
What about that Callin joint? That Callin,
Yeah.
no, that's selfish joint, right?
Selfish.
With the Kanye sample, that was early Kanye. That joint was fire.
That's dope.
That was fire.
Hey, can I ask y'all one more thing real quick? Well, before you go, this is a group I didn't know a whole lot about until they got signed in the later days. The end of the unit. R.I.P. MOP. What's up with MOP? Was they dope?
Oh, of course, Annie Young.
Yeah.
Like I ain't know a lot. I know a couple hits, but.
They
picked up where Naughty by Nature left off. You know what I'm saying? Like MOP has those anthems that make you want to like hurt somebody. Chris, you out there in Brooklyn, man? How you feel about MOP, man?
Every time I hear MOP, I'm ready to just enter WWE and start wrestling people. Just hit somebody with a chair and a leg drop. MOP. You have to understand. Let me take you back to that high school element when that remix came on and you were in the subway. This is before the Instagram videos my man is doing where he's riding in the car and starts beating up his children as he's listening to MOP. I mean,
Queens Flip, battle rap. Shout out to Queens Flip. He's one of the battle rap league owners, man. The Quiet Room. Shout out to him.
Sure. MOP brings that fire. I love even the Sesame Street video they put Annie up on it. I love that. You know what I'm saying?
No, Busta Rhymes verse on that remix was then Remy Joy, which I could bring back and the beat switch.
I thought that was Lady Luck.
Nah, that was Remy.
Oh, okay.
Remy and Lady Luck battled. You know what I'm saying? I think Lady Luck got that. But Remy Ma killed that Annie Up joint. That was crazy. Dang. Thank you for reminding me of that. Who else? Oh,
I got another group.
Hold on. Two Live Crew.
Culture. I put them in that same Ghetto Boys.
I'm from the South. So back when Two Live Crew was popping, that was the only thing we had. That was the only thing we had down here, like booty shake music. Yeah. And like it used to turn the parties out, man. I was a young kid watching these older teenagers get it, you know, like this was back in the Freaknik days when I was too young to go, but Two Live Crew was legendary.
I think it's some debate of who started the whole parental advisory stickers, either the NWIC or Two Live Crew. Well, all three of them.
It was Two Live Crew.
I think IC disputed that he actually had it on his first, so I don't know which one is which. I don't know how early. We have to do some research on that.
Because remember, Two Live Crew's album was Banned, and they made that song "Banned in the USA." It was corny, but like, cause they had the naked girls on the beach with the bikinis on and the booties and stuff, and so they had to do the parental advisory stickers because of Two Live Crew, and that's when Luke got sued. Because he was Luke Skywalker, and he got sued by George Lucas. He had to just drop it. And, man, they was just going through it.
You can't play around with them trademarks. So who else? Let's run through some.
I got one that I got.
What about
What do you say, Drew?
What about the group on your hat?
Run DMC?
We gonna get to them, man. We saved them for the end.
I got one.
Wait, Drew mentioned them. Run DMC.
Yeah.
Run DMC, probably one of the ultimate hip hop groups. I was gonna save them for the end, but we're gonna mention them. Run DMC, man. I think in terms of just like lyricism, fashion, impact, sales, touring, performance, culture-wise, I feel like they started the whole. I mean, they are mainstream hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to their credit, with everything that they've done, I mean, the two dopest things that I think they've accomplished that's come from Run DMC in that tree are Run's House and Angela Simmons. So to their credit, I mean, those are two major things in their career. That's just dope. Like, to produce those two things.
Pastries. Shout out to Pastries.
Maybe Vanessa. Yeah, dope. Okay, outsiders. What about outsiders? Outsiders, Young Z, Rod Digger, the whole Jersey.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about the East Siders, man. Shout out to them.
That's what I'm talking about. That was the only language.
No, Eminem was round with the outsiders out to Jersey, man. All right, what are the groups? Do we miss any groups?
We missed Gang. We
missed D12.
All right, hold on. Okay, Chad, really? Okay.
D12.
No, but D12. Well, let me say this first though. I think D12 lyrically it's kind of touch and go because you have a member who's probably one of the top 5 MCs of all time.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of hard to kind of like compare it because you can't compare them to him.
That's like saying Junior Mafia.
Right, exactly.
I listened to Devil's Night like a week ago because I haven't listened to him in like years.
Yeah.
And like they can really spit. Like everybody in that group, like Conniver was really dope. Carn Artist was dope. Like they had heat. So,
Proof was dope.
I think Devil's Night was a good album.
Yeah.
And Proof was super dope. I mean, Bizarre was like funny. He had some funny lines. At least Swift was good. D12 was a legit group, like outside of Eminem.
Oh, and shout out to Mr. Denon. He's a great producer now. Like his beats are fire.
Crazy. Yo, D12's fight music, Eminem's verse is so sick. I want him to go back to that flow so bad. Like I like Eminem's flow now, but if you go back to that 8 Mile D12 flow, his flow was sick on fight music. Like
listen to American Psycho, to me my favorite song on Devil's Night. American Psycho.
Oh yeah, that joint go hard.
Crazy.
His flow on We Are Americans on I think it was like what was the third album after the Eminem
White
show?
America. What are you talking about? White America.
No, not that. I'm talking about We Are Americans. It's like a bonus track on like the 3rd CD, right before Relapse.
Encore.
Encore.
The third. Oh, that's the 4th album.
Yeah, the 4th one. Yeah, that joint was crazy. Okay,
you ain't mentioned your favorite group, Walt.
My favorite group?
Slaughterhouse.
Oh, Slaughterhouse is definitely one of the greatest groups. One of the greatest groups.
One of the greatest groups. Out there?
Yeah.
You gonna throw it out there?
Yeah. Royce the 5'9", so underrated. Like
Crooked Eye.
Royce is crazy.
Crooked Eye.
As far as talent, yeah, but I mean, as far as projects and impact, I mean, it's like they're one of the most talented groups. I mean, so you gotta turn your TV down, or I think that's Chad or somebody got a TV yet. But yeah, one of the most talented groups ever, man. But I mean, they ain't got the projects, and I love Slaughterhouse. I think they're great, but I mean, talent, man.
They're kind of like the 04 Lakers when they had Karl Malone and Gary Payton.
No,
exactly.
so this is my problem. This is my problem. Because we have, and I try to pick on 8 Ball MJG, but we have these groups that we give props to that didn't have the talent. But I don't say the talent. They didn't have like the lyrical, but they have the impact, right?
Right.
We have a group like Slaughterhouse who can be on anybody's top 10, any one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yet, because they haven't reached mainstream success, we kind of undercut them. But they are lyrically insane. Like they could probably rip up 80% of the list we just named.
For sure.
They can probably rhyme better than 90% of the list we just named.
Because you still gotta make good.
You still gotta make music.
And they don't really make songs that you really want to hear. Like
that first album, man.
That first album.
Lyrical Murders. I still play Lyrical Murderers to this day.
Yeah. The E1 album, the first E1 album was fire. That one was fire. They had some records on there.
It don't feel right putting them in this list, man. I don't know.
It don't
I ain't gonna lie to you, Mo. I'm sorry. It don't feel right.
I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to fight for.
What about
look at what you did. Look, oh, we gotta get to. Look what you did. Walter, you talked about how NWA could have minimal projects with the impact of UK for them, and then when Chad mentioned his group, he was like, it's too early for them. And then Slaughterhouse come on, you're like, yeah, bet they in there. That's my boy. Like, you can't be changing the rules up.
But Slaughterhouse has done more than Black Hippie as of today.
Yes, absolutely.
Because at least Slaughterhouse has like 3 or 4 problems together. Black Hippie doesn't have one collective joint that you can rest your head on. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason. Somebody said Do or Die. Do or Die is dope.
Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, I love the tongue twister. No pun intended. Well, I guess pun intended. Flow they had. You know what I'm saying? Them and Twister and stuff like. I like. Do or Die.
You gonna put them in before DOS Effects?
The legendary Boogie Down Productions. We ain't talked about Boogie Down yet.
Let's talk about them right now. Boogie Down.
Okay, let's talk about you know my love-hate relationship with KRS-One. I love how people love him. I don't like him. But Boogie Down Productions is legendary.
Wait. Stop, pause the tape. You don't like KRS-One?
The teacher?
The Blast Master?
Any of the culture episodes? I said it in the Pac episode. I said it in the top 10 MCs, even though I said he was in the top 10. I listen to him over and over again. He never does it for me. Like KRS-One is not.
You ever heard the Blueprint? You ever heard the Blueprint joint?
I've been through. I don't know if but I'm digging a crazy listen to a lot of tracks. I can't separate and say which one, but I'm pretty sure I have because I listen to a lot. Try to see what people hear.
Bridges.
And I do not.
What about the Bridges Over?
Man. Like,
Yeah, the bridge is over. You ever heard that joint?
Yeah,
the joint.
Some of them is cool, but like I'll never be like, today's a KRS One day. Like, I go to some Kane. Like Kane is dope. Like I go to some Kane way before I go to KRS One. Like I do not.
I'm gonna send you a playlist, Deshaun, of 6 songs gonna change your life. I'm gonna see 6.
And I'm gonna click on it just so it says red, but I ain't gonna never listen to it.
Come on, man.
Drew,
hey, we're talking about like groups and duos. That's the thing. Like with Boogie Down Production, it was mainly. I mean, it was like Scott LaRock and KRS, but that's just like one rapper.
Yeah, I can't really count them as a group.
And I think Chris, before mentioned Gangstar, I was thinking about Gangstar too, even though it's only Guru rapping. I thought like Eric B and Rakim were considered a duo.
How about Pete Rock and CL Smooth? Cause Pete Rock rapped a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like Pete Rock, CL Smooth, or even Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. It's kind of like it's hard. Rakim and Eric B. They're duos, but it's really one rapper.
Yeah, that's true.
Gangstar would definitely be in there. Gangstar is like very dope. Still,
they would be like another episode of the best producer rapper. You know what I'm saying? Best DJ rapper or best producer rapper. They would be in that.
We put the Roots in there though. Did we get the Roots a pass?
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
they're like a football team. They be plugging in people. Like, come on, Petey Crack. That's what we on this joint. Like,
say property. When we say say property, a label or a group?
Say property is a group. They got put 2 group albums out.
The Young Guns. We gotta talk about the Young Guns too.
Man, that's a group to me that like talent. Like you talking about Slaughterhouse. Like ain't too many groups that can you go down the line and say property, man. It's heat all the way down. Like so, you definitely have to say property was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, all right, Deshaun, you said a group. What did you say?
I think I was talking about
Young Guns.
Oh, Young Guns. Can't stop, won't stop. Bucket full of buckets because we get down, baby. We get down, baby.
Christians got engaged the other day on Instagram.
Look at Shad, you ain't feeling Can't Stop, Won't Stop, man?
Man, I wasn't feeling young Neef, man. They should have just kicked Neef out the group and let Chris rock by himself.
Man, Neef was that bad, man.
Neef not bad at all.
Neef Buck was terrible.
Oh, Neef Buck, nah, man. It's funny, man. Y'all remember, this changed my whole perspective. When they came on there and did that freestyle on High 97 with Jay Right, I think it was right time Kingdom Cup.
On Flex.
On Flex. Oh my God, man, them dudes was going, man. Yeah, that changed my whole perspective, man. They was going in. You crazy? Ain't neither one of them weak, Chad. Them dudes.
Okay.
Neef got the Forever Doing Me mixtape series and like Neef.
Yeah, Neef goes in. What about Onyx, man?
Yeah.
Let them boys be boys. Slam.
Back the F up. No, the joint they had with Wu-Tang, The Last Days. Oh, man, that track is crazy.
Onyx is corny.
What?
Wow.
Onyx was corny?
Sticky Fingers was one of the hardest rappers back in that era, man. It was tough, man.
Drew, why are you telling the people, telling the culture that Onyx is corny, man? What's up with that, man?
Because he tried to die. I ain't saying nothing bad about Onyx on TV.
Man, they're not tough guys.
Do your Google, Deshaun. Do your Google.
Like both of them combined are like 3'6", so like
no, it was like 3.
And then
I'm talking height or rise.
3 MCs.
What are you talking about?
No, he's talking about some tough guys stuff. Like they're not tough. Like, did you see them on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah. That was.
Did you see them on the Breakfast Club? That was corny.
Yeah, okay. So that was corny. But before that, they've had like a 20-year legacy though.
Yeah, man. I like Onyx.
Being a fake tough guys yelling like.
So you don't like Slam? Is that what you telling me?
No, man. Unless I'm like playing NBA Jam or something. No, man.
Them layup lines, Drew.
Did you ever watch Moesha? Did you ever watch Moesha? You ain't like you.
I've seen it before. I've seen it before. And he was corny on there. Like he was trying to act like you're from New York. Like extra. Like it was just corny.
He just battled the boy. What you call it?
Keith Murray.
Keith Murray.
Yeah.
And
that's like Roy Jones and Felix Trinidad getting in a fight right now.
Shout out to Roy Jones, man. He went to Russia and got killed last week.
That's what that battle's the equivalent of.
Okay, let's get back on track. Flipmo Squad. Flipmo Squad.
Oh.
99 to 2000.
Yo,
The world's over, y'all. The
I'm a
world's
huge
over,
Busta
y'all.
Bus fan, but I can't co-sign that.
What?
I can't
I
co-sign.
like Cha Cha Cha, but after
I like
that-
Rampage. I like Rampage and Buster. I can't co-sign no group with. I can't co-sign no group with Spliff Star in it, man.
Stop.
Rampage like
Hold up. Wait. Split slept on. You see his verse? You hear his verse on "Make It Clap" the remix?
Talk about it.
Grinding, I'm grinding.
Yo, Spliff one of the best hype men in hip hop history.
He
man.
is the best.
Nah,
hype man in hip-hop.
Flavor Flav.
No, Spliff.
Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Flav.
No, Spliff is the most loyal hype man there ever was, man. Spliff Star.
That's because it was Busta Rhymes' cousin.
If you're trying to be a hype man, if you're trying to be a hype man, Spliff Star should be your role model.
Exactly.
Follow his career. But
Hype
no,
man coach.
Lord Have Mercy was dope.
Yeah, he
Rampage was fire. Raw Digger was fire. Buster was fire. Baby Sham was fire. They were all was fire.
That's
What do you mean?
Yeah.
But
That was from Queensbridge.
if we talking about rap, like that was a clique to me. That really wasn't a group.
They
You
had
gotta
an
throw
album.
you gotta throw the Saint Lunatics in there too, man.
No.
Stop. Ain't nobody
See, no,
checking
you that's disrespectful.
What else?
Now
They
that's
were a group.
So Murphy Lee wasn't good. Nelly, Murphy Lee,
What the hook gonna
T1,
be?
Ali.
That song was kind of
man.
hot. What the
Okay,
hook was
Drew.
kind of
Okay,
hot.
Drew. Let me zoom the camera on Drew. I'm clicking the screen. Okay, Drew.
Wow.
You're gonna say Onyx is corny, but you're gonna tell me what the hook gonna be was hot, fam.
That song was kind of good. That song was kind of good.
No, I
That
feel
song was
you.
amazing.
I feel you. But fam,
That's all I'm saying.
No, seriously.
Saint Lunatics were corny overall, but that one song, you can get a song.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
record. Overall, they're whack, but that one song was kind of good.
I will pick Air Force One over that.
Stronger with word. Nah.
All right, I'm trying to see who did we name? Who didn't we name, guys?
The Firm.
Houdini.
Wait, hold up. It's gonna be somebody be
One
like,
love, one
wait,
love.
Oh, yo, let me talk about One Love real quick. Okay, that beat is probably one of the best beats I've ever heard from the 80s. Actually, first of all, Pharrell studied that beat. Cause that's all Neptune. That's Neptune style, they pattern. But the video is probably the worst hip hop video I've ever seen. They're doing little steps, and they off with the steps. It was that video was terrible.
And they had that dude with the sombrero on.
Yo, Google everybody, Google One Love Houdini, right? The beat is fire. The beat instrumental is so fire, but the video is trash, man. It was early. It was early in the game.
Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. He was the little kid. He was the little kid dancing in the Freaks Come Out at Night video.
Yeah. Freaks Come Out at Night.
Speaking of which, what about Chris Cross?
Yeah.
Wiggity whack.
Yeah, no, I missed the bus. I missed the bus trip. It was hard, man.
Yeah.
And that was the first cassette I purchased with my own money. It was $16. I was hot too. I went to the store, got the little long, the cassette that came with the big case. Was rocking it for a week. I came home. My cousins tore out the film of the cassette. So the film was all over the room. So you had to roll it back into the joint. It's reversing on me. $16 down the drain, man. There was youngins. There was no Spotify back in those days. I couldn't just re-download it.
Nah.
It was a
White
tape,
love
man.
Chris Cross.
Man. But yeah, well, they were dope for that period. Kid and Play. Are we gonna say Kid and Play? Are they included in this?
No, they're not. They're corny.
I put Nice and Smooth before I picked Kid and Play.
No, but what about the impact, guys?
The culture, yeah. What about the impact?
Okay.
They didn't really set any trends with two guys dancing together.
What do you Movies, merchandising, haircuts, cartoons. Like in terms of like merchandising, branding. MC Hammer and Kid and Play were those early brands that Run DMC started it, but Kid and Play and MC Hammer took it to the next level.
That's fair.
I used to watch the MC Hammerman cartoon every Saturday morning.
No, it would be MC Hammer and Kid and Play. They came on NBC with NBC had cartoons.
ABC.
No, there was no NBC. I think it was NBC. That was way back.
That's all I knew.
And low key, Like I remember one of my favorite scenes is the little battle they had in House Party
Battle
1.
rap, mainstream
The
battle
battle
rap.
rap, man, the battle rap was dope, man. The battle rap was dope.
Like
They
when people,
went head to head in that
when
one.
people think of battling, they think of, unfortunately, they think of Kid and Play. But that was the first time
Yeah.
you saw it on film,
Yeah.
in the big screen, two guys rapping at a house party.
Nah,
That's legendary.
I seen Wild Style, so I can't go back. I got to go back to the park when it was on the basketball court.
Chad, how
You know
old were
what
you?
I'm
How old when that
saying?
movie came out, Chad?
Right.
It was
Pull that
1
card.
year.
So Chad, you was 2 years old. You remember that,
He's an
Chad?
embryo.
Pull that
No,
card.
I didn't go to the. No, I seen it on VHS, man. I didn't go to the
Thank you.
movies this year, but it was.
You're older than I think,
Right.
or you're lying to kick it again. You're lying to kick it.
No.
As an embryo, he saw that movie.
As an embryo, you was back in '85
No.
watching Wild Style. You saw that movie after Kid and Play House Party. Stop lying, Chad.
And Beach Street.
Yeah, you saw it on BG Sunday 2 months ago, Chad. You thinking right now.
No, I seen the video. I seen the VHS. Wild
You saw that
Style.
TV1 on Friday night. Stop lying, Sam. Okay, we wrapping up. Did we leave anything else out, guys? Anything else out? Did we touch? Did we touch on anything? Pause. Brand Nubian. Punks
what-
up to
oh
get
my
beat
God.
down.
Oh, yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
leave Brand Nubian
Yeah,
out.
that's-
Shout out to the
Lord.
5%ers, man.
We
Lord
can't walk,
Jamar.
we can't walk these streets without mentioning Brand Nubian, man.
Nah,
the whole
nah.
5%ers.
That's what I
Like,
said then.
nah, I don't think we did.
Slow
Okay, that's
down.
I listened.
It's over.
Yeah.
I was on a brand Nubian wave for a little bit. I like hearing guys talk about the whole God body and all that. I like that.
Yeah, love
The
me, leave me
Poison.
alone, man. Love me, leave me
Sure.
alone. That's been
What
said. I don't know
about
how many
the
times.
Poison Clan?
Oh, you going back? You might as well say the X Clan. That's the
I
case.
thought he was gonna
What?
come with
No,
X-Clan, right.
X Clan was dope. X Clan
Yeah.
it was before my time. I'm not gonna lie to kick it.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? They were before my time.
One group, one of my favorite groups. They got one of my favorite albums. I forgot to mention them was DOS Effects. Very original
yeah.
style. Like I forgot to mention them.
Hot tunes fit. Look at that.
Chris brought him up.
Whoa, that Eminem style. Well, I won't say Eminem style. That's really what you call it? That's crap. Coogee rap.
Yeah,
but they kind of look like a sped up Coogee rap with the extra syllable lyrical stuff up there. Yeah, with the whole Keith Murray joint. I'm trying to think anybody else. I thought we said everybody. I thought we touched on
You
everybody.
said the Federation? You said something about the Federation? Shout out to the Federation. Northern California,
I'm
West Coast,
hypey.
Sacramento.
I'm scrolling.
You know, so some of the dopest beats you'll find. You know, shout out to Rick
Hypey.
Rock.
Shout out to Rick Rock.
Hypey, Go Down, Muscle Cars.
Did we say Black Delicious? We said them, right? I think Chad said them.
Nah, I don't remember that same Black Delicious.
Nah.
But
Okay.
Nah, I didn't say Black Alicious, nah.
Why you make that face? Like I ain't say that.
I like that song Feel That Way though. That's probably the only joint I heard from that group. But
Okay.
you know.
Well, I'm sure we missed the group. I'm sure the fans out there, the subscribers, will tell us who we missed, man. Like again, don't tell me Smiles and Southstar, man. Don't put that on the comments. All right.
Please don't.
Don't say we missed them, okay? Just to say we missed somebody. Don't just say somebody
The
out
most
of the
emo
way.
verse of all time.
Yeah, all right, exactly. Okay, man. So Deshaun, any last words, man, on these hip hop groups, man?
Nah, man, it was fun. I had to throw some groups out there that people haven't heard of. Hopefully they can Google it. But for real, man, but the legendary guys is always gonna be that. And like I said, impact, dopeness, and longevity is really what separate the groups from each other because it's so hard to maintain as a group in the industry. So shout out to the folks that's been able to put their ego aside and do it and stay away from Puff.
And still tour. A lot of these guys are still touring. I mean, even though America, we consider them washed up, they're all overseas in Africa and Europe and Italy. Like they really touring and giving them money out there. Mr. Shout out to being international, man. For real. Drew, man, any last words on the groups, man?
Well, you know I gotta say my thing about Nick Cannon, but that made me think about somebody else, which is because he said Pac too and Digital Underground. We definitely talked about Digital Underground.
Oh, these are underground. Yeah, for sure. The Humpty Dumpty dance, man.
But yeah, Nick Cannon, at some point you can't hide it.
Add it on. C-Shot Racket added on. I haven't seen it, but I heard, he's gangster in that. Chad, any last words, man, for the rap groups?
Yeah, I just want to say the Star Wars movie was dope. And when it comes to these rap groups, when it comes to these rap groups, it reminds me of like the time when in hip hop where there was something out there, even in mainstream, for everybody. So if you was a political person, you could have rocked with, put the Public Enemies, De Las, and Tribes of the world. And if you was into the gangster raps, you could have rocked with the NWAs of the world, the lynch mobs of the world. Now it's just, only a certain type of, I feel like only a certain type of music gets played, mainstream spins on the radio. But back then it was like enough shine for everybody, different rap, different kinds of rap.
Back in
That's all I want to say.
the good old 90s, man. Everything, like me and trying to say, everything was better than 90s, man.
Right. I don't care what they played on the radio, Chad. You still would listen to us, so don't bother. Like they play the whole Little Brother catalog, and you get tired of the radio.
I'm
public.
I'm bumping Fetty Wap right now, man. I like it.
God. Yeah, baby. All right, Chris.
Every song on the album starts off like that.
Right, that's it, man. Any last words, Chris, man, for the hip hop groups, man?
Man, I miss the days where there was a whole bunch of groups, but I think hip hop is in a pretty cool space right now, where you have a lot of imitation, almost of what jazz used to do, where like two great jazz musicians who come together and just do like a one-off album. Like obviously that happened with Black Star, that happened with Watch the Throne, What a Time to Be Alive. I hope that keeps happening. Right now, I don't see nobody taking Run the Jewels spot as a #1 rap group. So
it's hard, man. Listen, the industry, man, in terms of the money slowing up, so you can't pay for everybody's dressing room and hotel fees anymore, man. You better switch voices. Kendrick rapping like 8 people.
Shouts to Ray Shrimmer. Shouts to Ray Shrimmer.
Oh, Ray Shrimmer. Or get on the Tonight Show like the Roots are doing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did it.
Man,
Ray Shrimmer album is dope, man.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Onyx whack, but Ray Shrummer cool.
Ray Shrummer is way better than Onyx.
No, man.
The way better part. That's the part that always just the hook. It's like the way better.
For me personally.
All right, so shout out to everybody that was commenting in the chat box. We got Rock Johnson 80. Rock Johnson 80 said EMPD was one of his favorite ones. EPMD, sorry. Timothy Walton, his favorite one was The Locks, Wu-Tang, State Property, NWA. Sean Oakley put Jim Jones Sucks. I think that was for you, Drew. Jim Jones Sucks, apparently. And M&A 0422 said Run DMC, so obviously Run DMC definitely. Shout out to everybody that also commented on the Grammy one. Donnie Ray, Carmen Naper, M&A 0422, Joe H, JCSU Girl 513. I'm going to have JCSU Girl on one of these episodes, man. She's really dope.
Shout out.
Yeah. Isaiah Townsend, Justice Will Rise, Malika Subnan, Casey Lorenz, Jason 100, and Ocean Sage, Alan Craig T. Thomas, Romeo 1981. So shout out to everybody that's been commenting out there in the world. Any groups that we missed, I think we covered everybody. Please put some legit groups in the comments. Only legit. If you want more, please check in every Sunday. This is our last episode of the year. So congrats to everybody, man. We'll be back. The next episodes in January will be the top R&B albums of 2015 and the top hip-hop albums of 2015. We have something to discuss with this one because after Pusha came out, my whole list changed completely. Yeah. So we got to get into that. If you want more... Here we go. If you want more, please subscribe to youtube.com. It's BMOCTV. I'm BMOC. Peace.
Merry Christmas.